So he will define the life cycle, and for every category, he will then give a score. That's why the W is upwards than the, so yeah. Each website can take the category scores first and then give it to the weight, but the user will not relate in reasoning behavior. Okay, and then I'm going to ask about the levels, the 6 levels. Weight first, because the life cycle of the levels, and then the score for each lifetime of level. Now, this represents the website. The website itself has data information knowledge, and the way you do your data information knowledge, that's the plan. But then the strategy will be the intelligence of the website itself. Now the user will have feedback / response on all of this, or on all of this in one environment over the product. So if he hovers or clicks any picture or a button, the framework, the business, the business, the business product satisfaction framework indicators, he will give a satisfaction score as one, as we have seen in the table. Now, the next step, I will deduct the weight out of the table of score. Okay, how we're going to deduct that? I'm not going to tell you how now, but I'm going to show you the picture. Yes. So now we're going to data collection. And yes, this sample. Now, here's the sample section. This is the FIS. Okay. But the weights, we're going to deduct it as these calculations. Now, I've talked about these calculations, but on the PhD representation. But today I'm going to talk about it in details. Of course, note that these numbers are the same. So this is the business satisfaction point of view. Business satisfaction / product satisfaction point of view. But this is the user satisfaction point of view. But now, after I change the features quality availability cost to relate to the process classification framework steps, now I can represent the user satisfaction through the process classification, although this is independent and ambiguous, and this is linear progression. Okay, FJIMN. Yes. Back. Okay, so now we got the categories score, satisfaction categories weight, and then multiply them together. We get the satisfaction categories, satisfaction levels. We've driven the weight out of the score, and then we got framework indicators. Then we have our user framework. So this is the real user. But then if the business doesn't have a payment method for this user, for this specific user in his country, let's say, so everything will stop here. So the inference of what I want or what I like versus what is achievable on the land, there is inference. So I will have the framework, then multiply them together. Of course, we're going to have the user levels, then the levels, then the user categories, then the categories, multiply this by this, multiply this by this, and then adding, you get the satisfaction. Union, you get the total satisfaction. This is the, yes, we're going to see them in the, it's just adding, and see the start comes from here, the start of performance evaluation. Okay, satisfaction performance evaluation starts from here. Because if the SF and the UF, one of them is 0, then the whole process will not be available. The whole, yes. So linking strategies and processes. Deciphering user satisfaction level, satisfaction categories, objectives, improvements from the PCF organizational user framework, strategies, satisfaction framework, by linking the two FLCA, CAB, of course. Strategy formulation, formulating user satisfaction appropriate, achievable objectives, taking into consideration the goals and strategy of a company process. Now, I think these three steps are very important to, you have to read them again, maybe 2, 3, or 4 times to really understand the benefits of the generic framework. It's total linking in the cross-reference and cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary, okay? User satisfaction process classification from total performance. As we said, we divide by the number requirements. User satisfaction requirement is the categories. And then the categories has the user categories and satisfaction categories. Now, yeah. Now, here comes the semantics. Any, if I say one, what is your semantics about that? You say, I don't know. But if I say one is 90%, you say, okay, that's different. So this is mainly a true perspective, always has quantitative and qualitative variables, requirements, lifetime, life cycle, everything. Okay. For our system to impact the business or the business process, we should refer to the performance of user satisfaction with weight and score of satisfaction for a category. The user will input his first feedback, which leads to calculate the performance of the category. The category AB is defined as user category satisfaction category, given by equation 10, where the user categories is the user categories and SC is the satisfaction categories. Yes. So A, user categories, perform given by 7, is the sum normalized performance values of the level. So the user category equal to the level performance divided by the number of levels. Okay. Satisfaction categories. The user first input using satisfaction categories weight and satisfaction categories scores. SAB is represented by performance value, because you see, so the user categories are coming from the level, and the user level are coming from the framework. Okay, so don't be disturbed by this is the level, and it's calculated mathematically by the framework, or this is the category mathematically calculated by the level. Performance value N9, the sum of normalized input values. So normalized satisfaction categories has weight and score. The weight is divided by the sum of all weights, and the score is divided by this, the highest value, or the sum, which is 10. 10 steps. Don't put like 1 plus 2 plus 3. No, it's 10 steps. So the satisfaction categories are the normalized satisfaction categories weight times the normalized satisfaction category score. And the whole category is the user category times the satisfaction category. Satisfaction category and the user category, you're going to find it. Okay. The user category. So now I have inferred between the satisfaction categories, which is built on the categories, and the user categories, which is dependent on the levels. So inference between strategic and operational, independent and ambiguous, and strategic and operational. Okay. Satisfaction requirements profile, SRP. Satisfaction requirements or levels of business processes satisfaction for the product. For a user, satisfaction is the product business process satisfying the user wants and needs. Level is defined by level and the number count of levels. Each level will have weight and score. So the level is defined by the user level and the satisfaction level. The same we did with the categories, we're going to do with the level. The user level comes from the framework. The Y1 is the count number of processes in the framework that the user gave satisfaction on. So I will not get the whole 4,000 processes. No, I will get only satisfied frameworks, and I will divide by their number. So user level, satisfaction levels. Yes, normalized satisfaction level is a satisfaction level weight divided by the sum of it, and satisfaction level scores again is divided by 10. Satisfaction levels, user level and satisfaction levels, and user level.